Hi all you beautiful people, friends, family. Just done the milking. The sun's coming out. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. And today is Saturday, so it's tomorrow this video is going to come. So I don't know if you saw the full moon. It's absolutely amazing. I saw it when I got up. It was still sort of a bit dark, and it was so full. Big orange moon just going down. So I don't know if you feel it, but I feel it like the expansion, like the earth is becoming a sun. It's like everything, all the love is just bursting out. This new earth is just bursting forth. So it's just, yeah, it's just so powerful how the more we just sink into our hearts, allow life to be as it is, and keep coming into all that that goodness that we are ourselves, the more we experience how this expansion is, how this explosion is really happening. The earth is awakening. We're all returning to love, and a new world is being created out of love. This is so amazing. So miracles, as I said last time, they're becoming everyday things. Everything more and more feels like miracles. It is, and it is just because the frequency is so high. We've moved out of all these low vibrations up into the higher vibrations. Little bird. And there everything is sparkling, vibrant, pure, powerful. And we are all part of that. So wonderful. So I want to thank you for all your beautiful comments from the last video with the dancing thing. And I felt it very strong myself, that and I put it onto my other channels because I just felt I wanted to share this. I just felt guided to share it because it really is the inner child, the little playful child that just dances around and dancing our joy. It's really in a way a dancing prayer. It's non-verbal. It's just the body expressing joy and love and appreciation and freedom. I move as I move, not because you tell me to move in a certain way, but I move and I just let this all come out of my heart and just let my body move as my heart is telling me. So it's so pure, and yeah, and I just feel it's one of my jobs to share this, that there is the amount of joy that is on this planet for us to enjoy is endless. I get this sometimes so strongly that it's like God saying to me, there is this enormous pool of joy, and you can just use from it. Be a part of it, because it's never ending. There's no end to the joy. So why not use that joy? Because one day you're not going to be on this planet anymore. You've got a certain amount of time. So why not spend this moment feeling, using, God says, here's all the joy for you. Use it. And as I was saying last time, whatever you focus on grows, and everything else that you were a part of before that maybe was very painful, it really disappears. Because we can only have our attention on a certain area. And so when we choose to feel joy, that's what we get. Ask and you shall be given. So if you've got the choice of feeling sad and miserable or joyful, why not choose the joy? It's there. It's there for you. And you feel, as soon as you do this, your vibration goes up. Your frequency goes up. You go up high. And you can't carry the lower vibrations with you. That's what's so beautiful. They all they leave you. You can't go up and be in a high vibration and take the shame and the guilt and the anger and the hatred. You can't take it with you. And I'll just show you something which is, I think, is really exciting. It's about muscle testing. Just get a book. This is a man. I think he's a psychiatrist, David R. Hawkins, and he had a spiritual awakening when he was very young. He was living in quite a remote area where, this was the story, they had very strong cold winters, and he had to go on his bicycle, I think 15 miles, and it was snowing and ice everywhere, and he was in this snowstorm on his bike ride. I mean, those papers have to come out. People have to read the papers. So anyway, so this little boy, I don't know if he was 11 years old, he was bicycling, and he realized that if he didn't go and find protection, he would die in that storm because it was so horrific. So he found a mound of snow, I don't know what you call it, and he dug himself in, and as he went in, he left his body, and he had a near-death experience and just went into the kingdom of God, this bright light, and just felt all this. He was in heaven, and that was his awakening. And so what I remember from the story is that he didn't want to go back to his body. But then when he felt his father, so his father came and found him, he could see the bike or something, and so the father got hold of him, and the boy decided to come back to his body because for the sake of the father, which is, yeah, that's beautiful. He chose to come back to life because otherwise his father would be so upset. So that was very beautiful. Anyway, so he trained to be a psychiatrist and worked as a psychiatrist for many years until he discovered muscle testing. And did, during, I think, several decades, these amazing experiments with hundreds of people in a big hall. He would do these gatherings where he tested these different, tested really the validity of muscle testing. And what he found was that we all have this universal wisdom I mentioned last time. We actually all have the wisdom of God. We all know what is true and what is not true. And what is good and what is bad. Not that, I mean, that this world we live in is dualistic. There are bad things. You can do evil things and you can do good things. That's just the way this world is built up. And so he would, on all these people, he would experiment with these little envelopes, and one envelope would have some artificial sugar that's very bad for you, and the other one would have vitamin C. And that envelope would go around, and everybody would test each other. They would go two and two and test each other. And it was 100% sure that every time the envelope with the bad sugar was put on the body, the test subjects tested weak. It weakened their body. So, and they, of course, nobody knew what was in these envelopes. And he did the same with words and with names like Mother Teresa, Hitler, I hate you, I love you. And it's like Masaru Emoto, the Japanese scientist who did all these things with water, tested with water. It's really the same, that when you do something very loving and very high vibrational, you get the water forms these absolutely beautiful crystals, and it's like a yes, it's goodness. And if you say to the water, I hate you, the water goes into these really deformed crystals. And so it's really the same, he found out with the human body, and how without seeing these words, for instance, that were tested on these people, the word it was in an envelope, so nobody could see that it was the word Hitler that was there, but still the body tested weak on Hitler, tested strong on Mother Teresa. So what he found out is that we have these vibrations. We go from being on a very low vibration when we are very lost from our spirit, from our soul. We go into a very low vibration where we are full of these very low vibrational emotions, and as we awaken we move up the scale, and finally you move up into the Christ consciousness, where there is only really love. All the else is gone. I'll just see if I can find this. Here we are. And so it vibrates, the feeling love or the feeling appreciation. It vibrates at a certain frequency. It's everything is vibration, because everything is energy. So when you have a feeling like shame, it has a certain energy frequency. And as I've said to you before about having parasites and these things, it's very low vibrational. So the lower vibration you are in, the more you will attract toxins, parasites, and the more difficult it is for your cells to work. The higher the vibration, the better your body works, and the less you will attract negativity and things that tax you. So it's just a fascinating world. I love this. I'm going to do this the rest of my life, I'm very sure. So let's just have a look at this. Here you can see it. Let's get some light on. So you can see down the bottom you have shame, guilt. This is the lower vibration, lowest vibrations of all, and then you move up the scale, and finally you reach enlightenment, and that's where you're feeling peace, joy, love. And when you're feeling this and you're full of this, you can't have this. You can't feel guilt when you're full of joy, because you feel wonderful. And so this is the frequency. It's so fascinating. And they say with healing, if you start doing healing work on others, you have to vibrate at least at 200 to be able to help people, because if you're in these lower vibrations, you really can't help people very well. So you have to see if you can come up here. It's so beautiful. So that's where all the work I'm doing now with all these working with emotion code and other things, where we're releasing all this old baggage, this old emotional baggage. Every time you release that, you raise your frequency, you feel better. And that's what happens. You feel more free. Of course you do. Because when you're holding on to shame and guilt, and you can see it on people who are very unaware, you can see them walking down the street, they're carrying on to some really, they haven't only got really, really heavy bags, which is just mirroring how they feel inside. They're carrying these big bags, but you can see that they're carrying on to something emotional that's really, really heavy. And that's what I just love this so much, because it's so simple, so simple. I have this anger because my mother did this to me when I was little. I have this anger, and the first step is really to realize, oh, okay, I'm carrying on to this anger, and then you can see, okay, if I'm carrying on to this, I could let it go. And when you let it go, everything, you lift yourself up into your these higher vibrations, and everything changes. And because we're all one body, which is hard to understand. You're your own unique self and your own energy system, and you're also interacting with everything around you. And of course, the higher the frequency is, the less you will attract. It's like a magnet. If you're feeling shame and guilt and anger and hatred, that's what you attract. Like goes to like. They go together. They cling to each other. If you're full of fear, you're going to attract someone who does bad things to you. But when you let the fear go, you rise up. You rise up out of the fear, and people who want to harm you, they're not attracted to you, because it's not fun. It's just like somebody who's in a dark night, you're walking down the street, and somebody who wants to hurt you, if you're feeling fearful and running, it's much more fun. It's much more fun for him to come and hit you than if you're walking around, oh, what a lovely evening. Oh, life is good. I've had such a wonderful day. I feel so great, and I feel so strong, and I feel, who can hurt me? And if somebody does something to me, what the heck? It's not fun for them to chase you. So beautiful. So life is amazing, and I've written a few things down. There's some really, really, really wonderful things happening. I hope you feel it too. So, let's see, I've got many things I want to share. So one thing is let's talk about money. That's not a big thing in my life, but making money. I have this other channel, Katrine R, which is the old channel, and I really don't like ads. I really just don't like them, and that's why I don't have ads on this channel. And and the whole thing of money, I mean, I just believe that whatever I need, I will get, and that's been the rule all my life. I've never lacked anything. I've actually always had enough, and to be able to do the things I want. So I've never chased money, really. And I just think it's, especially the ads that come in the middle of the video, I think it's actually very humiliating. I just think it's wrong. I don't like it. So anyway, I was watching some of the videos on this channel, and this ad kept popping up on this channel. And I thought to myself, this is strange. Do they put ads on the videos, although you haven't actually, you who own the channel, have not agreed to do that? And I had to click it away all the time on this channel, and I haven't really worked out what that is. So if you see any ads on this channel, please write here in the comment section, because it really should not happen. So anyway, on the other channel, I went there because I put a video in to just thank them, and just, or you who are there too, and suddenly I saw all these ads on them. And I realized that I've pushed a button myself to accept all these little ads in the beginning of all those videos. So actually there's been some money coming in on that channel, which I didn't realize. And it's been for a couple of years like that. I didn't know. And I thought to myself, okay, if they've been watching on that channel those little videos, those little ads for 2 years, I'm going to put some more ads in. So there are some videos, especially the milking videos, are very popular. I don't know why, but people love to see them. I've put an ad at the beginning and at the end, one of those that you have to skip. You can skip. I thought to myself, okay, I'll do it. Also because that channel it's really over, or it's just there, and if it can generate some money, that's fine. So that's why there's ads on that channel now. but I would love to keep this ad-free, this channel. And I also felt it's really funny how there's so many on that other channel and I'm not there, I'm not active there. But I really feel this is wonderful because this, I think small is beautiful. I love small. And what I love about this channel is that we're because there's not so many commenting, I can comment with, I can speak with all of you. And you know that if you want to connect with me, you can write me an email. And if it's really long emails and you do it a lot, I might sort of say that that's too much. But I just love this closeness that we have here. And because that's what I really want to do with the other channel, I just shared all the beauty of life and all the beauty and love that's there for all of us. And that was sort of the message there. Enjoy your life and let's enjoy the earth and let's be good to the earth and enjoy the animals and nature. And this channel is really going deeper and to help you and myself heal completely. So I might do a new playlist called Let's Heal Completely. Just heal completely. All the mind, all the body, all the spirit, all the emotions. Let's just heal it all completely. And just be completely enlightened. Not to be special, to be great in any way, but just to feel great. To feel great and enjoy our lives. So that's really what I feel is what I wish to do the rest of my life, or for a long time, help people heal. And this tool, the emotion code, is just a very, very powerful and easy to use tool, because I can connect with you on the internet. And let's just talk a little bit about my private sessions. I will do more videos where I go into depth with how I work and what we do. So yeah, the first thing I want to say is that yeah, if you wish to have a private session with me, the first one is free. So the first session you ever have with me is free, and after that you have to pay. So if you wish to have a private session for free, you write to my email that you wish to have a private session and we'll find a time. And you can choose different ways that we connect. So, and when you've had that, next time you go to my website, which is up on the top here, Katrine's Little Place. Go there and you can book a session for 200 Danish crowns for half an hour and 400 crowns for a whole hour. And so the thing is, we can do these private sessions in many ways, because we can actually just do an email session. So you write to me, I have this problem with this, and I'm this and this and this. This is my name, this is my age. And I will test you, and I will balance you. And the beautiful thing is, with this muscle testing, which works over the whole world, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter if you were sitting on the moon, it doesn't matter. Your body will only release what you're ready for and no more. Because you can't just, as Dr. Bradley Nelson says, you can't just release all the emotions and then that's done. Because the body needs time to take this, just like a little baby growing. You can't just make the baby run. You have to, little steps. So if you don't wish to connect with me on Zoom, I can just do that email. And it's just as powerful. It's just totally amazing. And when I do your session, I will do it on Zoom, so that I'll send you the recording where I speak. I do a little prayer, and then I test your immune system. I test all the trapped emotions, release them, and finish off with a prayer. And I send that to you so you can listen to it. And that's what we can do. And if you wish to do a Zoom session where we're together, we can see each other, we do it that way. So I just need to get some cream on my lips. They're dry. I'm experimenting with my hair. I'm going to make a little series about that. Hair is very important. Have some tea. And it's just, yeah, so going back to my sessions, I'd love you to just ask you a favor. Who have had a session with me, and who have, yeah, whatever, it could be a bad experience, but give me some feedback. I would love to be able to put it into my website, Katrina's Little Place. Just write, this is what people say, or this is what, yeah, people are saying after their session. Just a little statement about what you feel, how you've been helped or something. That would be wonderful, because it is wonderful for people who don't know about this, that they can see, oh, this person, like some people write, is this so wonderful how people write that they feel better in this and this way in their body, and that suddenly this relationship is just so much better. And it just fills my heart with joy to see, and I just and to know this, that people are feeling better, their life is they're starting to blossom, their life is better, and it's on all levels. This healing work works on everything. It works on your body, on your mind, your spirit, as I see it, is really already well. It works on all your relationships. It works on your relationship to money, to yourself, how you manage your life in every way. It works on everything. And I just had a session with a woman and her dog yesterday, because we work on animals too, and it's so powerful. Those animals, they just want to be healed. And I talked to her this morning, and she said the dog has been sick for a long time, and he slept all night, and he was just so calm. And she was feeling changes in her body too, like it's just moving, and she feels freer, and the pain is receding. So this is just so wonderful. So yeah. So let's just go back to my little things I wanted to share with you. This morning I got this beautiful image, or this analogy, I don't know what you call it, of the lotus flower. You know how in the Indian tradition, the Asian tradition, the lotus flower it resembles our awakening, and how we start off as a bud, and slowly the leaves of the heart, they open more and more, and finally we become this completely opened lotus flower. And yeah, and so this morning, this lotus flower grows out of this really rotten mud, really, on the in the bottom of the pond or the lake. This really old stuff that's just old decayed matter. This amazing flower grows out of. So it needs that decayed matter to be able to become that amazing flower. And I just got this morning so powerfully, how when our life is really bad, we just feel everything is a mess, and we feel we are a mess. And it can feel like we are this mud. We're just in this mud, and we're just one with the mud. And suddenly that's when we start to awaken. We realize that I'm actually a seed of one of those lotus flowers, those water lilies. I'm actually not one with the mud. I am this seed. And what if I choose to let my seed sprout, and let this shoot go all the way up through the water and become this flower? What if I choose to do that? Everything will change. So my experience of my life, which is I am in this mud is who I am, is all these people around me, all these situations, it's all one big muddy horrible thing. I can change my consciousness and say, well, I am not the mud. I am one with everything, but I didn't come to be this mud. and be in this miserable state. So what if I use all that mud that I'm in to create a beautiful, so that I can become this beautiful, beautiful lotus flower. And when people walk by the pond, they can enjoy me. And I can enjoy being up there. I go up. That's what happens. As soon as I choose to sprout, I will go up and I will be able to see the sky. So my whole life will change. And it's only because I'm in that mud that I can do that. The lotus flower seed that drops on a dry place or where there's no mud can't do that. So it's a wonderful, wonderful, I just feel it's the Lord showing us that you need all that pain that you're in to become that lotus flower. You can't become that lotus flower without experiencing all the mud that you're in right now. So it's actually, it's nourishment for your blossoming. Isn't that beautiful? Because in our ego, we wish to just have a life that's just easy. Why should we have all those problems? And people who don't believe in God, they say, well, if there's a God, how come there's so much pain? That's stupid. If God loves us, He should just make it really easy for us, and we can just have fun all our lives. Well, the thing is, and we know that when we meet people who have never had real big problems, they don't grow. And they can't really blossom. They can't really become these magnificent flowers because they haven't been through that stuff. But people who have been through this hardship and who choose to use it to grow, they become these amazing beings. And that potential is for everyone. So it's not a matter of removing the mud. Get all the mud away so I can have a good time. No, use your problems, use your sickness, use whatever is really, really bad in your life and grow out of it and just see how you are this magnificent flower. So beautiful. So let's do a Gabriel message and I'll just see what else I want to share today. And yeah, let's do that. Just let in some of the sounds from outside on this gorgeous day. Okay, so today's message is number 16, and I'm just checking because we've had so many. We haven't had this one before. So let's see what the angels want to tell us. The Gabriel Message 16. Be aware that the answers to all you are seeking are within you. Dear one, seeking answers to your life's questions outside yourself will seldom be necessary. This may seem impossible to you, and yet we are now in a time when people no longer need an intermediary with God, the source of all life. There has been a quickening in the electrical energy on and around planet Earth. Because you are an electrical being, you are very much affected by this increased energy frequency. A higher level of energy enables you to attune yourself to a finer vibration, which allows you to consciously receive the resonance of wisdom and love from the divine mind. Wisdom and love come through your energy field as light energy, which carries with it information, allowing you to live more in harmony with the needs of your soul. This means that as you pray and meditate, you draw to yourself, like a magnet, a high frequency of light and love-filled energy. As this energy permeates your being, it opens your mind to receive answers to any questions you put forth. You have the capacity to be a conduit for information as well as for the ecstasy of God's love. It may not seem possible to receive answers to complicated questions, yet this is true only when fear and doubt cloud your perception. Pray to receive clearly, and pray to know the truth that is in your highest good. You can ask to know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Then you can follow the diamond covenant of Moses. This declares that you are willing to do whatever is revealed to you when you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that which is in your highest good. This willingness to follow your inner guidance sets up a flow of energy through you which allows your higher self to be attuned to your conscious mind. When you are in a relaxed and expanded state of being, you have access to all the wisdom of the universe. The angels are available to flood your mind with love and light if you ask. When your being is filled with love and light, you understand consciously what steps to take in any situation. This inner knowing may not be immediately apparent to your conscious mind. However, as you go about your day, you will begin to respond to all situations with greater calm and certainty. When you look back, you will see how you just knew what to do. Here's a little practice. Try writing your question on a piece of paper. Have it with a pen close to you as you meditate and pray to know the truth beyond a shadow of a doubt. Call on your personal angelic teacher. Ask that your higher self be in tune with divine mind. Now sit, breathe in a rhythmic way, and allow your mind and body to relax. Visualize yourself sitting in a pillar of light, connecting heaven and earth. After sufficient uninterrupted time, you may feel the impulse to write. While you pray and meditate, you are in an expanded consciousness. From this place, all answers are obvious, yet the critical nature of the mind loves to make judgments. Do not read your answer right away. This will diffuse your inner critic. After an hour or so, go back and read what you have written. Most likely, you will surprise yourself with the simple practical solutions to your questions. With practice, this process becomes easier as you set up a direct conduit to your higher self, that part of you in touch with the angelic dimensions and divine guidance. This is a dawning age of direct guidance and wisdom. You no longer need priests, gurus, and those outside yourself to show you what is in your highest good. This does not mean that teachers and role models are not important. It does mean that you do not have to seek outside yourself to find the answers to your most important questions. No one else knows more than you what is right for your life. When you are aligned with God and spend quiet time in prayer and meditation, all that you want to know will be there for you. Be aware that the answers to all you are seeking are within you. the air is so sweet and cool. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Oh, it's so fresh. The air is so fresh. Birth. That's what we're experiencing. We're being born anew. Isn't it just amazing? I mean, I just think it's so amazing how that number 16, it just came 16, and that was about the energy frequency, about being a magnet I was just talking about. And I mean, really and truly, I'm not clairvoyant and I don't have any great abilities. I'm just really just a normal person. I've never been educated. I've never done I've never become completely professional in any way other than the energy healing work I've been doing on a small scale, and now I'm moving into more, but I'm not a doctor or a teacher or anything. And what I find is just the more I trust, that's where the power is. I trust that I will be given the answers I need, and just relax. They come. And so this was just, I just feel this is God working directly into my life and into your life. Just trust that. So you're really, instead of saying, please give me the answers, you're in that state of mind that I know that whatever guidance I need this moment and the next moment is going to come to me. I don't have to even, I just know, I don't even have to ask for it, but when we're practicing and learning this, it's good to ask, please let me know. But the fact that you're trusting, that's where the power lies. You trust that it's going to come. I'm going to be told exactly what I need to know, because I already know inside. And the more I relax, the more I will feel the answer. Oh, that's right, it's 16. That's right. But when we tense up, the wisdom is hidden. That's what we feel. When we tense up and get a little, what am I going to do? We don't get the answers. So living in a state of, this is the state of bliss. You just let it all go. And you just are, you allow yourself to be yourself naturally. Be your free self, no matter what people think and say and do. And just trust that you will be guided every single step. And what I just want to say about that text, that you are asking to be given an answer, to a guidance, and have that you are certain and there is not a shadow of doubt. I think in a way is a little bit wrong, because what I feel is that God does not give you that He does not give you the clear answer and say you can trust that when you do this everything will be fine. There's always this tiny bit of uncertainty. That's what I feel. So when I get a guidance to do something, there's always this little bit of a not knowing. And so you have to step out off the cliff. You have this feeling, I have to do this, I have to leave this person, I have to leave this job, I have to get this job, whatever. And you just do not know that when you get it, everything it's going to be perfect. You just don't know. That's what I feel. So God wants you to be courageous and say, okay, I have a feeling this is good for me. I'm going to step off the cliff and just do it. And I trust that whatever happens, it's going to be fine. And then when you do that, you step off the cliff, you are fine. it might turn out differently. You might not get that job, or it might be different. So that's where there's a tiny bit of doubt, or just a not knowing. So I never feel that when I do something that there is not a shadow of doubt. There's always this just an openness to that it all might just work out differently. So anyway, this was really, really wonderful, and a real mixture. As always, it's all a real mixture. So I want to send you all my love, and I pray and wish for you that you're feeling this expansion, that life is just becoming more and more grand, and you are more and more part of the grand plan of this world. So yeah, may you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and a wonderful, wonderful week, full of love, full of joy, full of healing, full of freedom. And I'll see you soon. Bye.